Yo, this is TDG here, and we're going to be bringing you our week 1 and week 2 of the Hive. And I haven't shown you our draft yet, obviously, so I'm going to just kind of go over that very briefly. So this is what I drafted. I did make a one free agency. I traded off Jellison. I didn't really think I would need to use it in any of the weeks, so I picked up Sigilif. I probably pronounced that wrong. I really don't know how the fuck to pronounce that, but okay. And I think that'll be coming to more weeks than Jellison would have. But anyways, it's a pretty good draft. I think. Like, I kind of like the way it turned out. First two games, I thought the draft worked well. Yeah. And if there was any errors on my part, pretty much in those games, because yeah, I could have won both my games with the draft I had. I'm just gonna say that right now. A little bit of a spoiler, but I mean it's not really a spoiler. It's like it's just saying I didn't have any like atrocious matchup or anything I couldn't have dealt with, because I think the draft is all right. I've had Zardwide Kamo in the past. I like that. Lando, I'm very comfortable with Lando. Mew I've had a couple times. Grant I've had a couple times. I remember using Polion with Kamo, and they both did very well. Wims I've had like once or twice, but I'm not like super familiar with it. I've definitely used it on the ladder a couple times. Jellison, I actually never have used very frequently. And I mean, I play randoms a lot, so I know kind of like just like the random battles, Sigil of or whatever it's called, that the sets for that. Sigil, I don't fucking know, but Cragnal, like it's pretty simple. It's pretty basic. It's like I think everyone knows how to like work that, and the other two is just yeah. To me, it's very straightforward. What this team's going to be doing, um, even though like it's straightforward to me at least, because like I'm very comfortable with a lot of these mons. Um, Except for Mew maybe, because I probably could use that better than I do. Um, like it's just too much. It's like there's so many options. It's like overwhelming almost, but it's fine. And Grant, I'm still kind of getting used to a little bit. Like I could probably use better Grant sets than I use, honestly. Like, but uh, yeah, that's basically my team. I think it like the rocks, and as the rocks and hazards and all that, it has like 5 rockers and spikes and talk spikes, and that's great. Has Defiant on 2 different mons. Oh, fantastic. Um, for removal, I guess Sigil, if you have that onto that, as Mew, Poyon, Whimsicott, Sigil, if Rapid Spit Cragnal, Defog Lando, and Zard Y can switch into auto rockers. Like what's Ferrothorn, like that I'm not afraid of at all. So I feel pretty comfortable about this hazards wise. My team is not very weak to rocks other than the Zard Y. So that's a good thing because I have like 2 weaknesses, 3 resists, and then 1 immunity or something. So that's fantastic. It's a little bit special, but that's fine. So that's kind of my quick overview. I think, which is this is my first game that I played against Aaron, and this one I don't think I had a particular like game plan, but regardless, even though I didn't like particularly, my team worked out relatively well. I had a sweeping combo set, the Xerox slide. I gave it everything. So I thought like that could put in some work. I had a Zard Y, I got it for flame charge. Pretty much gave it everything on his team. I thought that could possibly sweep. I thought there was a lot of options that could end up winning the game. I didn't have a particular way I thought I was going to win. I faced a couple people in mocks. I think I won all my mocks relatively dominantly. Like, I don't think I had one close mock. So I wasn't really quite sure like the exact way I was gonna like try to work this game through, but I had a slight idea on like the ways I could possibly win this game. So I'm just gonna head right into it, knowing that. So I'm gonna send a Mega Ninja, and I'm like a Spike's lead. I'm gonna go hard Zard Y, expecting like rocks here, but he goes for toxic, so good for him. I mean, he doesn't really have a switch. Nobody has a real good switch to Zard. And here, I actually go into Mew. I could have tried to go for a fire move there, but I was afraid he was gonna like just kind of play toxic mind games. I didn't want to do that with him. And I have a heal bell on Mew. So I'm just going to taunt this bitch. And yeah, so then he has to switch. And I believe, a Super Fang there. I don't remember that. But yeah, a Mono Super Fang. He's going to protect here. As I'm going to go for my heal bell. And I'm going to cure my Charizard. And now I'm going to go for another Super Fang. He's going to paralyze me here, which really just paralyzes him. So I don't really know why I did that in particular. It's just, just to paralyze me again, I guess. I think that's what he does. He protects Bill for the wish, obviously. So, I mean, I have taunt, so this doesn't matter. Nothing is doing right now really matters. But I should have taunted there, but I super fang him. And he's going to get they're protecting. I'm going to taunt him. It's just kind of just like stalling here. Like I could go into Charizard here, but why would I? So I'm going to Super Fang, get some more chip on the Scolipede. I'm going to go Empoleon, which is Shuckleberry set. He's going to go for Mega Horn. Doesn't do too much damage. I feel comfortable with that at least. So he's going to Earthquake me. He's going to crit me. I'm still going to live it, obviously. I'm just going to kill that with Flash Cannon. Now, this is bad for me because now I don't really have a great Glalie answer. And this was kind of my dedicated Pede and Glalie answer. So this is a problem at this point because now I'm going to have to rely on Cragonal for being my main Glalie answer. So like, I have to keep that kind of high so it's not in the range of Ice Shard. Otherwise, I just need to set up or have Gren put in some work. But the rocks up are right now a big problem for me. I believe this is also my defogger. So not having that around means that Zard Y is in a less comfortable position. So here I'm going to rapid spin because I think I should have put defog on this. But I didn't. So he's going to Toxic here as I go back in my Zard. Now he's going to go Gardevoir as I believe I Flame Charge. No, I Fire Blast. Okay, so I just take this out. I could have Flame Charged probably and killed, I guess. Now it goes Keldeo, and I'm going to go into my Mew. And he's going to go for Stone Edge, which is great. This is going to get walled, but he's going to Toxic me, which is fine. Revealing that's kind of bad, though. So now it goes into Glalie, and I'm going to Heal Bell. As he's just going to set up spikes as I Super Fang him. So now he's in range, I believe, of the Flash Cannon from Cragonal. But I need to play that smart. So I'm gonna go Craggle here. He's gonna go up his last layer spikes. Um, I think I'm gonna rapid spin here, but I'm gonna lose health to this Pharaoh. I recover here, which I don't think is the play, but he does set up rocks. And I'm gonna spin again, which I really don't think is the play. Um, I definitely think I should have gone Zard Y there when he actually set up the rocks, and I believe it wasn't toxic, so I believe I could just have set up a flame charge and just won from that point. Um, so I think that was a really bad play on my part because it would have just gotten a 5-0 victory. Um, even like even at this point where I turned 27 when he goes for the power whip, if I would have gone Zard Y, I probably would have lived with Iron Barb's power whip and stealth rocks, honestly. So I definitely made a misplay there. So I'm gonna go combo here on his rocks and I believe he toxics as I go for my Dragon Dance. And this is like putting me on a timer. I'm just gonna go for the Drain Punch. It's not gonna kill me. He could protect here. I don't know if I want to predict that. I forget if I predicted that. I just go for Drain, which is good. Um, but now I don't remember quite what he does. He goes into Keldeo. I don't think I kill. Yeah, I don't. Um, he's got Icy Wind here, which is really, really, that really stinks. So this down goes combo pretty much. And now this is bad because if I'm going to remove, actually, well, Caragonal's actually going to be so low that Gale is going to be able to actually, beat it head to head. And Greninja doesn't have Ice Beam at this point, so it's looking rough. Looks like pretty much Ice Shard wins from Galele. Like this thing, I want to get this in range of Greninja. Is pretty much my only way to win at this point. So what I'm going to do is I have to go cryo on this thing. And now it's a 50-50. I either can freeze dry or flash cannon. And if I flash cannon and he stays in, well, it's not a 50-50. I choke here. I think it's a 50-50 that if flash cannon he stays in and I lose. And so I actually make a choke play here because this is a really bad play. Look, if I flash cannon here and he stays in, I believe it puts it in range of Greninja for me to win the game. And if I freeze dry and he switches out, I lose. So I'm gonna make a choke play here and I'm gonna freeze dry and he's gonna switch out. Unless I get a flinch on Dark Pulse, obviously. But yeah, so I'm gonna go Gren here and I'm just gonna shirken this and now I do some calcs. I'm just gonna go and do my Mew because there's no reason not to. Um, I don't really care too much about the diff of it. I feel like he does like something stupid. I pretty much have to. Um, so yeah, he's Figgy, which is great for him because. But yeah, so you see, even though it was a choke play, though, Figgy would have made it so it really wasn't. Honestly, but it still was a choke play to go for um, the freeze dry instead of the flash cannon in almost every scenario because without the Figgy, it would have been in range. I'm pretty sure. Um, Let's see how much it did. Oh, 37. Probably would have been. So yeah, I definitely didn't play as well as I could have there. I definitely think the team was good enough to win. I definitely think the prep was good enough to win. That was just me not playing right. I made like a couple misplays. I made two misplays that cost me the game. One of them was huge, and that was the Zardwell play, which I didn't even notice until I rewatched this. That was such a clear play to make. And then that one play at the end with the flash cannon, that was definitely the play, considering that, you know, I didn't know that he had a berry. That was the play every single time. So that's definitely a mistake on my part. But yeah, that was our first week, which was a rough way to lose because I definitely think I prepped pretty well for that game. So because I could have won that 5-0, and I just threw the game. So um, yeah, this was my second game. Um, no, this one I had a much like more kind of weird game plan for. Um, well, the plan was to basically he didn't have any good rockers at the time, and his best rocker was Heat Train, and I have Lando I, comma O, triple water team with like Yard and Mew, and basically if he brings Heat Train, he's doing something wrong. Um, it would be a huge mistake to bring Heat Train against the team I have. Even the team I brought is really, really good against Heat Train. Um, so the idea here was to bring a lot of Sashers that just beat his hyper offense, which I completely expected hyper offense. And that was the main meat around his team, the main thing that destroyed me because I have like no answers to Tapu Koko and Raichu. I have like 5 weaknesses to psychic slash electric coverage, a fairy slash electric coverage, um, which is absolutely awful, and I have no resistances. So it's not easy for me, obviously. So the idea was just KO a Mon every turn, pretty much. Have every Mon just dive to kill another Mon, pretty much. And the way I set that up was, which especially is hard with Mimikyu, because, it's a fucking Mimikyu. How the fuck am I supposed to do that? It's kind of like, you have to wonder that. But I don't know. I'll just see how it works, and that. So, like, I chose the 6 that I thought could beat him offensive. I put sashes on most of them. Um, I made Mew able to pretty much tank some hit, like Bolt Beam. I think, like able to tank some hits from like Coco with Electric Seed, and able to like maybe like live. I think live Pito with Electric Seed, and then and like live everything with Electric Seed defensively. Have Calm Mind, set up on things, that shit. And then I had Focus as Lando I and Focus as Gran, Specs Cragonal, which fucked everything but Heat Train, um, a Sash Bisharp with Metal Burst, just because I fucking need that shit, because everything on his team knocks me out. Uh, like, literally everything on his team fucking knocks me out. And I also had, like, some other, like, Sucker Pursuit and stuff just to fuck with the Raichu. And then Electivire I just had like Volt because he had no ground, and then some moves like Earthquake and shit. And it just beat everything but Haxorus, and which is kind of funny because like Haxorus hardwalled it, but everything else it was great against. So I'm gonna start this game. I believe I'll lead off with Electivire, and he's gonna lead off with the Tapu Koko, and yeah. And what's gonna happen here is, so I'm thinking, okay, so Volt is obviously a free play here, right? Like Volt is 100% free. I'm AV. He's not. I mean, he's probably gonna U-turn here or switch out. There's a chance he tries to stay in here. I don't really think he will. I think if I go for Earthquake, I get free damage on whatever comes in. If he wants to go Haxorus now, what that means is pretty much what I'm thinking is if he wants to go Haxorus now, what that means is I pretty much get a free switch into Cragonal, and obviously he wouldn't want that because that's like 100% free, and he especially doesn't want to. He can't keep Haxorus in, even if he's like Yachi, because Electivire actually is one of the few mons that actually could like destroy his team regardless of the sash or regardless of the actual like damage it's able to take. So I don't think you can make that play because Volt Switch is super free. So I'm actually predicting Haxorus not to come in here because I feel like if I get that free Volt Switch on it, whatever comes in, he has to switch out. Where if he goes into something else, like I was thinking probably he'd go into like Mimikyu or something like that, and I wouldn't mind staying in on Mimikyu. I was thinking Mimikyu is actually pretty likely because I thought like it's kind of hard to explain. I thought he could actually stay in on Electivire. And if I volted, I guess. I mean, you lost the disguise, but I don't have as reliable of a switch into the mid KO it. Bisharp, if I believe he did have Drain Punch in the end, but obviously, like, I can't beat Mimikyu like that. Like, I thought he'd take his disguise away here. I thought Earthquake was a free play if he went into Raichu. So I'm going to Earthquake, and he's going to U-turn here and choose Raichu, and I'm just going to Earthquake. And I don't know why he went into Raichu. I almost think it was a better play to go into Haxorus, even because, like, even though it gave away like a free kill for nothing if I volted, where Raichu didn't really do that because Electivire was kind of the answer to it. But it kind of let in Bisharp, which I don't. That's why I don't agree with the play. It kind of let in Greninja. It definitely let in a couple of Mons, and I don't think that was the optimal play. If I should say it like that, like okay, but it's not the best play you could have made. Okay, so now he goes into Haxorus and he's just gonna knock this out, and that's understandable, obviously. So he's just gonna devastate Drake this, and yeah, that's fine with me, right? So I can just go Cragonal right after this, and in a mock, I figured out Cragonal undersped this, so that was great that I figured out that now, like it doesn't, but obviously Cragonal here is a free kill, so that revenge is so awesome, and I mean, it's not really quite a free kill because Mimikyu does exist, but and that's what he's gonna do. No, he actually goes Mantine. Okay, so he goes Mantine here, which I don't know if I agree with this. Like, it wasn't really that useful of a mon, anyways. But I don't know if it would have just sacked it. Like, I almost think you just should have gone hard Mimikyu. That's what I think. I would have gone a hard Mimikyu. Fuck that. And I'm just gonna kill that. I'm gonna go. I go into Mimikyu, and I'm gonna freeze dry this, and he's just gonna drain punch me. And this is gonna like one shot me because it's a crit. But like, I'm pretty sure that he could have done this. He could have made sure that he wasn't at 100%. Let's say he wasn't at fucking 100%, right? Let's see, he switched in. He took another freeze dry. Right? Let's just say he took 2 freeze dries. He could have done this, obviously. The drain punch would have healed him enough. I think he would have lived another. I think at least he would have been in range of sneak, or I would have been in range of sneak. So I think that was the play. I think the play was to go hard Mimikyu anyways, but it's hard to say that from that position, just because of that. He probably doesn't think that I have a way to one-shot this Mimikyu, so it probably makes a lot of sense for him to make this play in a way to try to get 100% on this, because he feels like this is going to be another kill for him. But we'll see how that plays out in a second here, because that's how I busted his disguise, because he went Manton. That's how that worked out for me, which is interesting. So I'm going to go into Bisharp here, knowing he has the Drain Punch, and knowing I'm slower because I have Metal Burst and Focus Sash, right? So he's going to Drain Punch. I'm actually going to live without the Focus Sash. I'm just going to Metal Burst this bitch. So now I'm in a decent position. He's going to go into his Coco. There's still some terrain left because he's Terrain Extender, which he's already revealed. And he's going to go into his Sharpedo, and thank fuck for Terrain Extender, right? Because guess what? If I go Greninja here, I fucking lose. If I go Lando Eye here, I fucking lose. Pretty much. Both those plays are fucking choke plays. I don't want to fucking do that. Both of them make me lose. And here I'm thinking for a while. I'm like, I probably want to go this. I probably want to go this. And then I'm like, no. Why the fuck would I do that? It's electric terrain. I have the Electric Seed Mew. Of course I'm going to go Mew. And that's my Sharpedo answer. I mean, that's actually my answer. And I didn't even think of, like, using it particularly for, like, Shark too much. Like, I was more thinking, like, Wild Charge Coco. I want to beat both the spectrum for the Coco. Just in case he does something like that. And it ends up working where I actually can use the seed at this point of the game, which I'm really happy he brought Terrain Extender for, because now I got that Bolt Beam with this, and he doesn't really have a way to deal with it too well. And yeah, so this is the Sharpedo wall. And that Electric Seed pretty much is perfect, because this thing like was invested just to kill me. And I'm just gonna one shot this bitch, and he's out of here. And now he's gonna go into Haxorus, and he's gonna Dragon Dance up. I'm gonna get off an Ice Beam. It's not gonna kill, obviously, but obviously I know Haxorus in the back. I feel comfortable now, so I'm gonna go into the Greninja because I know he's a actually I don't even remember at this point, but I'm like he's not Shaka. That's all I'm thinking. I don't even remember what his item is. I'm like, I don't even care at this point. I just think I win. So I'm gonna go Lando, and he's gonna Hidden Power Ice, and it's not gonna kill me, and I'm just gonna click Earth Power, and I mean, I would have lost if he was Shaka, but yeah, so I win. But if he was Shaka, I would have lost, and not because of that, because I would have lost a Shark. Not because of that. The Terrain Extender actually really helped me in this game. It ended up being an item that didn't just not do anything, but an item that detrimented him. Because if he didn't have that Terrain Extender, I would have not gotten the Electric Seed off on the Mew. So yeah, that's that's the way it went, and so that was an important aspect of this game. But in general, every single mon of mine got a kill. It went perfectly according to the game plan, pretty much. No rocks, pretty much went just the way I wanted it to go. Um, the next week, I play Specs King. Um, that should be a good game. I I hope it is, but like right now we're 1-1 plus 0. We've had two thrilling games. I could have won both of them. I won one of them. I really should have won both of them. Um, you can almost argue I should have beaten Aaron, but lost this game. Um, because, well, no, but by plays, I should have won this game anyways. Like, my prep was better than his. But I'd argue I had the better prep both of my games. Even though I didn't bring Ice Beam on Gren, but I don't think that fucking mattered. I think I played it wrong. I didn't prep it wrong. Um, so I'm hoping I can play it right next week and um, get another W. Probably another close game. That's what I'm predicting. I'm predicting like a 1-0 win, maybe. But we'll see. This team could win big, could win small. I could lose, big. It could lose small. Like it's a team where you can do a couple of things. It just depends on what he brings. And this team where I played Destin, I'd say there wasn't really a big chance of me winning 6-0. Like not at all. Like just what he had. I it was either like win little or bust. Honestly, like this game, I don't feel like I had a chance to win this by more than I wanted. Uh, like because if you look at the matchup, I don't really have a great Shark answer. Don't really have a great Lando answer. Don't really have a great Coco answer. Um, don't even have a great like hacks answer. Mimikyu. Like I don't have good answers to this shit. It's all gonna outspeed me. I just have good breakers. But I can work around that. Like scarves exist, sashes exist. Uh, like obviously I have decent priority. I have some options, and then like Mew, and I just I'm just fine with it. Um, so I mean, next week matchup is I don't know. It's uh, weird, I guess, but I think I can make it work. I think I can make almost all of these matchups work. Honestly, I just need to get my head in it when I actually play my games because if I play like I did my first game, I'm not gonna go make like I'm not gonna win fucking Kakuna doing that shit. I could possibly promote playing like that, like, but um, I don't think so. I like because the prep is there. I just need not to make like I need to make the right plays, and though I think I do have to admit Aaron's prep for that game was phenomenal. So props to him because um, I had a good matchup there, and I thought I prepped pretty fucking well. And I mean, Yeah, that was good prep. He actually did make it a real 50-50 on that one turn that I should have been able to, say to myself that Flash Cannon was always the play. Um, which realistically it's a little bit weird that he didn't stay in, knowing that I probably should have thought Flash Cannon was always the play. But I don't know. I don't know. I mean, he could have thought I had Ice Beam Grin. But in that case, why even bother, right? Like, because you're gonna lose. So that game's a little more confusing to me. But this, like, I thought they were both fun games. Like, um, they weren't like this one wasn't like typical, and I guess like at the end of the last one, not having Ice Beam at the end was like, I guess, kind of surprising to people because he had a Garchomp, but um, you can't really just say this one mon exists and that's the whole matchup. So yeah, it just is what it is, and that's about it. All right. I may or may not upload more videos on the Hive, but I guess we'll see. See you guys.